Welcome to the Strategic Tactical Group channel, where we're going to focus on safety, survival, preparedness, and efficiency. Hope you enjoy.
Afternoon everybody, this is Chris again. Hey, this time I want to do a quick video and show you the things that I keep in my vehicle during the winter. As most of you know, I live up here in the mountains, where in some of our other videos say I'm about 15 minutes from 3 different ski resorts, and as you can tell behind me, we do get a significant amount of snow, especially this year. One time it was up above my knee from one snowstorm, so we've had quite a bit of snow. A lot of people will go to the outdoors and the mountains and not take anything with them. They don't think about what they're going to need in case they get stuck in a snowstorm, get run off the road and hit into a snowbank, might have to spend the night, have car problems, something like that. And I kind of grew up where that's just something that we always took into consideration whenever we would go into the mountains. So I'm going to go through my vehicle here real quick with you, show you some of the things that I keep in it. Most of this stuff stays in there year-round. Some of the winter clothing and stuff, that comes and goes depending on the season, or if I'm headed up for a couple of nights, usually I'll throw in a waterproof coat with a couple of layers or something just to stay warm. So let me show you what I've got, and I hope this opens up everybody's eyes and gets them thinking about what they need to take with them in the mountains in case something happens and they're forced to stay there a night or two. Okay everybody, I found this little fold-up crate here. I found this at Costco. It was like $8 or $9. The thing I like about it is the ends here fold in and it collapses down to this height altogether. So it's about 2.5 inches tall or so. I picked that up to put most of my stuff in. With it being winter, I keep some Sorels in, mostly to keep my feet warm. Plus, if I have to get out and I'm in tennis shoes or something, that'll at least allow me to keep my feet somewhat dry. Okay. With cold and flu season, I will generally keep a can of Lysol in my vehicle just so that I can Lysol the seats and stuff from time to time to try and kill some of the germs. For some of you that have seen the video, the $5 alcohol heater, I keep one of these in my vehicle, as well as a bottle of alcohol for it. Okay. I'll put a link in the video. You can see how I make this. It cost me under $5 to make this. And all I really do is I will open this up, put the alcohol inside, let the toilet paper on the inside absorb it, light it, and then I'll have some heat. Now if you're going to do something like that, realize that you are burning a fuel and you're going to need to ventilate the vehicle, so you might need to crack some windows or something like that. We'll actually use this on our road trips for heating up things. We came back from Oregon, I want to say in end of November or so. Pulled off to a rest area real quick and stopped and made some mac and cheese using one of these. So I keep that in there to stay warm and in case I need to heat anything up. Good pair of leather work gloves. All right, these ones are brand spanking new. I picked these up, believe it or not, in a thrift shop in Oregon for $3. Okay, so I keep a pair of work gloves in all of my vehicles. Where we live, we do some farming as well. So leather gloves are kind of a have-to for us up here. Tape measure. In case you've got to measure something. There's been a lot of times I've been running to the hardware store or something like that, realize, oh crap, I need to measure something, run back to my vehicle and I've got a tape measure in there. A good little fire extinguisher. Okay, make sure you have a fire extinguisher. You can get bigger ones than this. This is one that I actually got for free for attending our local community emergency response team training, the CERT class that they put on through the sheriff's office. If you get one of these every few months or so, just shake it a little bit so that all the residue on the inside can get mixed up again, because the last thing you want is to have to use it and have all the powder down at the bottom in a big clump. With being Utah, having 4-wheel drives, you need to have a tow strap. All right, this one is a 20-foot long. I want to say it does up to 9,000 pounds. It's in pretty good shape. This is my second one that I've had. The other one I've used several times, just decided it was time to replace it. The same day that I picked this one up, I ended up having to use it. Okay, there was a lady that slid off up in one of the cul-de-sacs up the hill a little bit and couldn't get out. She was in a Prius. So make sure you have a little tow strap. If I'm going to the mountains, up to our property up in Idaho or something, I will usually have a chain in with it as well. If I'm taking my truck that's behind me right here, I'll show you this. I also have a winch, a 9,000 pound winch that goes right inside that 2-inch receiver right there. A couple of snowstorm, well, just this past snowstorm, this came undone, so I've got to replace that here pretty quick. I've actually got that part ordered from Amazon, and then I'll reconnect it. The nice thing that I like about that winch is it will just hook right into the 2-inch receiver. So I can hook it on the front. If I need to, I can undo it out of the front, run it around to the back of the truck, slide it in the 2-inch receiver there, and go ahead and pull myself out that way if I need to, or if I've got to pull somebody else out. So I encourage you to get a winch if you've got a vehicle that can hold one. The IFAC, okay? I keep one of these quick little individual first aid kits in every single vehicle that I have. I have one in the Blazer that I'm showing you the stuff in, one in the truck that's behind me that I just showed you. There's one in my wife's vehicle. And we also keep one in our deuce and a half. Yes, we do have an M35A2 deuce and a half. And a lot of people are surprised when I tell them how much I paid for that. I didn't pay a thing for it. I actually traded a four-wheeler for it that was overheating with a trailer. So I got a great deal. It's a great big 2.5-ton truck, but I do keep an individual first aid kit or an IFAC in that vehicle as well. Okay, this is something that we picked up a few years ago. Same thing, I keep one of these in every single one of my vehicles. This is a little pouch that I picked up from Condor, but on the inside, I keep a Goal Zero solar panel. Back here, you've got the little charge controllers as well as some cords to charge your cell phone. This little package right here will actually hold AA and AAA batteries that I can plug into the solar panel. So the solar panel will charge the batteries that I keep inside of here. I don't know how well you can see them. I've got 4 AA's right there. In that pocket, I've got other cords for charging phones or whatever else I might need. But I keep one of these in each one of my vehicles. This one is a 7-watt. It's the Nomad 7 from Goal Zero. Great little stuff. I'm planning on doing some more reviews on the other Goal Zero items that we have as well here in the next couple of months or so. Great stuff. Little expensive, but it's nice because it's all put together and it's fairly portable for the most part. Okay. This is just a down throw blanket. All right, picked this up at Costco as well. Can't remember how much we paid. We bought a couple of them. You need to keep a blanket or something inside your vehicle. All right, this one's not a real thick one, but it's enough to keep the chill off of you. The next thing that I keep inside my vehicle is this right here. This is not your basic first aid kit. Okay. I keep a BLS kit in both my Blazer as well as in my truck, especially if we're going up in the mountains. This one, in kind of the intro video that you guys see, there's an individual that you can see is being wrapped up with bandage and stuff, and next to him you'll see this pack that's open. I was the only one on that accident that actually had a first aid kit, and it came in really handy. Inside this I keep gloves, bandages, gauze rolls, I've got a C-collar, just a bunch of different things that I keep inside of this. So this goes with us everywhere. I've taken this to Oregon. I've thrown it on my motorcycle when I've gone on trips with it. Just like one, it's very comfortable to know that I've got it. Let me show you this. Little end pieces snap in, and then it collapses down. I found this and I thought I'm going to try it, and so far I've been very, very happy with it. It keeps my stuff organized, keeps it from sliding all over the place. Another thing that I keep in my vehicle is a shovel. Okay, this one, the handle collapses. It can expand out if I need it to. The handle can also come completely off, and a lot of the times when I go skiing, I will actually throw this in my backpack so that I've got it in case there's an avalanche or something like that. I can help dig people out. I've used this a few times to dig people out when they're out in a parking lot spinning donuts or something and get stuck. This has come in handy several times. Okay. Just a few other odds and ends that I keep in here. I keep a case of water. Once I break into the case of water, it hits half empty. I go and I buy another case, and then I'll just rotate through that. It's also kind of hard to see now that I've got everything out and moved around, but I also keep my get home bag in here. It's in a Rush 24 from 511, and I'll do a video on that in the next week or so. Maybe I'll even try and get that one kicked out tomorrow. But I do keep my bug out bag or get home bag right there. Up on top, this item right here is a headlamp. Okay, it runs on AA's. Why? Because that's what I keep with the solar panel, so I can go ahead and keep those charged if I need to. There's my bottle of, or my case of water that I keep in there. Inside my 72-hour kit, or my get home bag at least, I've got some food that's in there. I keep 1 MRE, as well as 1 or 2 Mountain House meals. I can't remember how many for sure, but there's enough for 3 or 4 people in there for an overnight if I need to, or 1 or 2 people longer if we have to. Okay. Another thing that a lot of people don't take into consideration, and even my wife didn't quite think about this too much, but now she's used to seeing it all the time and using it, is a simple power inverter. All right, this one's the Centec 200 watt, 400 watt max. It is from Harbor Freights. 20% off coupon, it turned it down to $15. Comes with 2 options for power cords. You either have ones that you can clip to a battery, or this one right here that I've opted to go with just plugs into the cigarette lighter. Gives me 2 110 plugs to charge things. I can run a nebulizer if I need to, and I've had to do that a few times with our little girl. And we also use it to charge other electrical devices. If we're on a trip or something and she decides she wants to take her DS or something like that, we allow her to take that and we can keep it charged as we're going along. So those are just some of the things that I keep in my vehicle when I'm going to and from, especially during the winter. People out there, I don't know why more people don't have an emergency car kit with them, especially in this environment and area that we live in. Being the state of Utah, everybody has 4-wheel drives, but very few people will ever use their 4-wheel drive for 4-wheeling. I think that's it right now. All right, make sure, step back and kind of take a look at your life and see how prepared you are for any type of a situation. There are apps out there that you can get on your phone that will send you weather alerts or storm notifications. I have one that's out by FEMA, and it goes off quite often, especially about the last month or so. I'll get 3 and 4 notifications a day for the most part, telling me that there's a new storm coming in, how much snow we're anticipating, winds. Last night we had gusts up to 49.4 miles an hour is what it showed on my phone. That was the highest gust that I saw. But you might be stuck out in the weather for a little bit, so plan accordingly. Have an emergency car kit with you, food, some water, some warm clothes. One thing a lot of people don't think of is if they get stuck in their vehicle, that they can go ahead and just keep the car running. Make sure your fuel tank's full. When mine gets to above a half a tank, I start getting nervous. When it hits a half a tank, I'm kind of in a panic mode, so I'll stop and I'll top it off so I've got a full tank of gas. If you get stranded in your vehicle in a snowstorm, make sure that you keep the exhaust pipe free and clear, okay? Because if that doesn't happen, none of the exhaust is going to be able to escape. You could asphyxiate, or you could die from carbon monoxide and poisoning, or even worse, your vehicle could catch on fire because all that heat gets built up back up in the engine. So make sure if that happens to you, if you can get out of the vehicle, you come out, as you're walking down the side of the vehicle, keep a hand on it so you don't lose it, especially if it's a blizzard. Wipe out underneath the exhaust pipe, and you might have to do it once an hour or so depending on the type of storm that you're in. I know the Pacific Northwest right now is getting hit pretty good. Washington, got some friends up in Tacoma that she was driving home and it was, I guess, apparently a whiteout for her. So take this into consideration. Look at your particular environment. I say that we live up in the mountains, and we do, but we're in the desert mountains. So come summer, it's not uncommon for it to be 100+ degrees either up here or on the other side of the mountains that you might be able to see behind me. Okay, plan accordingly, drive careful, keep your vehicles up and running operation and in shape. An hour ago I just changed spark plug wires in this. I had a misfire in it, so I went through and I replaced all the spark plug wires, and now it's running good again. Okay, if you have any questions, please feel free to leave me a comment in the comments section. Give us a thumbs up, like, subscribe, give us other ideas out there. If there's a video that you want to see, please put it down in the comments and let me know, and I'll make sure I attach that link, or put a link to the IFAC video into this video for you. All right, thanks for watching.